Hello and welcome to Channel 4. I'm Betty Crane and with me is Narva Lassiter, and we're here for Holiday Reflections on Lake Allatoona, the lighted boat parade. This is beginning to be a real tradition here in Cartersville, and especially on Channel 4 since we've been doing this, Narva. The boats are on their way. You've got quite an array tonight of spectacular ships.
Yes, I believe this is going to be the best of all the years.
Yes.
We were at the starting gate at 6 o'clock this evening, and everything down there was looking really good. A lot of people have spent a lot of hours and a lot of energy and a lot of creativity on this.
I know they have.
It's really
it
gonna
seems
be
to get bigger and better every year. How many boats are participating this year?
We had 25 entered, 26 entered, and we have 22 that are actually participating. We had a couple scratch due to some other some problems, sickness, flu season, that kind of stuff. But
sure. Well, it is a very clear, crisp, cold night here. We're viewing this from the top of the dam here at Allatoona. Great vantage point for us all. The parade started almost about an hour ago before it hit here, and we're getting to see it as it gets ready to pass the reviewing stand with the judges.
They'll leave here and go down towards Park Marina gas dock and swing back towards us and come in front of the judges, and that's where the judging will take place.
Well, you were saying that it's been a busy day. It was a busy night last night. Y'all all had dinner last night up at Lake Allatoona at the Red Top Mountain Inn, and so you've had a big time. This is such a great party and a great time for all of you who work so hard during the year.
Yeah, it's a good time to get together and extend the boating season. We get out here and have a good time and put on a show for everybody.
Well, were you amazed this year at how elaborate and creative everybody was? Does it ever cease to surprise you?
I've seen a lot of things this year that I didn't think could be done. We're going to see some stuff in the commercial class that I'm real impressed with. The boaters have a lot of first-time boaters this year that are into the parade, and we have I think 5 or 6 boaters in this parade that have been in every one of the parades. This will be their 5th year.
Oh, they're just old pros.
And we'll, Old Pro is one of them, yes.
Yeah.
And we will be pointing those out. Looks like we got...
Okay, we got one coming. Tell us about it, Narvel.
This is Miss Slick, which is a 36-foot carver. It's Captain Norm Brown. First mate is Jerry, his wife. Their son Clay is riding on board the boat with them. Santa Claus is also there.
See, Santa Claus, my goodness.
They estimate there's probably 1,200 lights and over 50 hours of decorations, which they solicit the help from their son and the rest of the dock folks. This is the 3rd year Miss Slick has led the parade, and they seem to really enjoy it each year.
What possesses people in cold weather to get out on the water and to put all the time and effort in that you people have obviously put into these decorations?
Just having fun. It's fun.
How
we
long?
do it every year, and we just have fun. We'd do it if we didn't have a parade, I guess.
How long does it take to decorate a boat such as yours?
This is basically the same decorations we had last year, so it's just the idea of putting them on, so it's not really that much time. 3 of us spent one whole Sunday, last Sunday doing it, so, and then we've spent about most of the day kind of touching up stuff.
Well, how long did it take you to get all of this together the first time you put them on?
Several weeks, pretty good while.
Congratulations, it's a beautiful boat.
Okay, thank you very much.
What are the qualifications? I mean, what are the guidelines you have to go by, Narvel?
Well, the boats must be registered with the DNR. They must have insurance on them, and they must be able to complete the course from the railroad trestle to the judges stand.
Okay.
They must be able to make the entire trip.
All right. And if they don't make the entire trip, then they're automatically disqualified.
That's
right?
correct.
Okay. You had some disqualifications.
Yes, we have one disqualification, but I think they will be in the parade and come on up.
Okay. They just don't get the prize.
They're lined up a little closer this year than they've been lined up before, so we may not have much gap here.
Okay.
This is the Lady C3. It's Captain Russ Campbell. First mate his wife Nancy. It's a 75-foot Somerset houseboat. It's docked at Park Marina. They're from Cobb County. They estimate over 2,000 lights and 30 hours of decorations.
They must have to start on this the day after Christmas.
I think the imagination in the actual drawings and plans sometimes does start that soon.
All right. And you're right. They are lined up very closely
Yeah.
this year, so we'll just let you
The
roll
next
with
one
it.
is Bob Mazuga, almost there, Captain Bob Mazuga. It's a 45-foot bayliner motor yacht. It's docked at Allatoona Landing. They're from Marietta, Georgia.
Do you enjoy doing all this?
Yeah, I do. Actually, this year, though, we got a little behind time. We had to use basically what we did last year.
Well, that's okay.
And but it was a lot of fun last year. It was a lot of fun in panic of this moment this year getting it done, that's for sure.
How long have you been working on it?
Oh, since last weekend. We started last Sunday, worked all day Sunday on it, and finished it up this morning. And we're ready to go for tonight.
All right.
We're looking forward to having a good time.
Carol, how many are you expecting for your little Christmas cruise tonight?
About 30.
Will you now? Is this a normal crowd?
Kind of, yes.
This is about
party
average.
Animals, right?
How many years have you participated in the Allatoona Reflections on the Water Parade?
You got me there. I think it's 3.
Okay, and what are the decorations on your boat?
Angels. Angels and a big star.
Well,
Big
congratulations.
angels and a big star.
Well, now you are a big star.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm
Thank you
just
for being
silly
with
me.
us. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
They have the angels there.
Now, I remember them from last year, too.
Right. They've put the star on the front of the boat this year. And just added little things. All these panels come off and they go into storage during the winter.
Yeah,
Or during the summer, I should say.
I see.
And they bring them out at the end of the, when Thanksgiving weekend gets pretty busy on the docks.
Well, I imagine, don't a lot of people put these boats in winter storage, and this is after this particular parade, that's when they're put in storage until spring?
Actually, most of these boats here that you'll see tonight are year-round boaters.
Okay.
They will be boating year-round. They have the facilities to stay overnight
Stay
on the boat
overnight.
with heat and all the comforts of home.
All right. Here comes another one.
Yes, the next one here is Dixie Blue. It's Captain Steve Herndon. His wife, his first mate, Sandy. It's a 70-foot Somerset houseboat. They're docked at Park Marina. They're from Marietta, Georgia. They estimate over 6,000 lights. They had help from some friends, Bob Cottrell. These first few boats here that we're looking at are in the non-competing class, Betty. They're not competing for the prizes, which range from best of class, which is the best boat of the show, down to smaller plaques for best of theme, best depiction of lights, and enthusiastic crew, and all kind of good little things.
Well, now, your parade theme is Winter Wonderland.
The theme this year is Winter Wonderland. It was chosen, as a matter of fact, the 4th day of January this year.
Must have been a cold day. birthday,
Well, actually, it was on the gas dock over there at Park. We sat down and viewed the film of the previous parade and came home. The Why Not here is a 72-foot Phoenix Stardust. It's from Park Marina. They're from Cartersville, Georgia. It's Terry Howen and Ron Murphy and their wives Patty and Vicky. This boat, if any of you were at the Atlanta Boat Show last year and went through the big boat, you've been on this boat. This boat was on display last year at the show.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
Everybody's just really putting in a lot more effort to the decorations. This is a
That has to be a sailboat.
this is actually a cruiser.
Really?
It's a 26-foot whalecraft. It's captained by Todd Westfield, and first mate's Jan. They're from Marietta, Georgia. They're docked at Allatoona Landing. This is the first boat in the competition class. It is no, I'm sorry, we're still in the non-compete class.
Okay.
This is still non-compete.
This looks like a new one.
The next boat is a new one. It's first year in the parade. It's the Pentex. It's captained by Sam Salerno, his wife Ann. It's a 44-foot Hilburn houseboat. It's moored at Allatoona Landing. They're from Marietta, Georgia. They estimate over 1,600 lights, over 60 hours of work. This is the first time for them to be in the parade, and they're having a lot of fun.
We saw a tape of last year's, and we're really impressed with it, and we're very excited to be part of it.
How did you come up with your idea for your decorations?
The day after Thanksgiving, after having 100 ideas and not enough time to do it, I finally just did it as I went along. And I'm still working on it.
And we're what? Now we're like an hour, 2 hours away from the time.
Yes, and we will be ready.
What's left to do at this point?
Still have to put a star up on the back of the boat, and we wanted to put a Christmas tree up on the very top full of colored lights, but I'm not sure we'll really have a chance to do that.
So has it been worth it to do all this?
Yes, it certainly has. Just for the feeling you get and the camaraderie with everyone else and the fellowship, and it's worth it, yes.
Now we're starting the compete class.
Okay, here come the...
This is the first class in the compete class. It's Miss Lizard. It's a 24-foot pontoon boat. This is the first pontoon boat ever to enter the parade.
Well, what a great way to decorate it, too. I mean, that's real creative. Very original for a pontoon boat. Because you really can't see the boat when you see these lights. All you see are the lights.
That's exactly right.
And that's part
Especially
of
from
the
up
key.
here.
Yeah, especially from up here. It's amazing.
They're docked at Park Marina, and they live in Ackworth, Georgia. And they have Carl and Renell on board with them, help them decorate. And Carl and Renell own the Miss Renell, which was the won the over 50-foot houseboat class 2 years ago.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And we can tell you now that the Miss Lizard did win the pontoon class.
All right.
They were unopposed.
Okay, we've lost our picture on the monitor here. But we can still see what's going by here.
Yeah, the next one there is Winter Wonderland. It's Walking in a Winter Wonderland. It's Mr. G. It's captained by Ray Glosson. First mate is Janet. It's 50-foot Lazy Days. It's kept at Park Marina. He's from Kennesaw, Georgia. They have over 100 hours in decorating. On the front of the boat there's a little fireplace, and the kids decorating the tree. It's a real festive thing with a lot of people in there.
Was that a first timer that just passed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. No, Winter Wonderland, Mr. G. No, he's this is probably his third or fourth year.
Okay, well, I don't remember that from last
They
year.
have redefined the decorations, yes.
Now, here's the bedecked deck.
This is a new boat. It's Leisure Lady 2. It's captained by Ron Miner. First mate's Rhonda.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 62-foot Phoenix houseboat. It's docked at Allatoona Landing. They're residents of Marietta.
Uh-huh.
They have estimated 3,700 lights.
Well, everybody's having a wonderful time on board.
I tell you, they sure are.
I tell you what, what's this, just a continual party?
They have over 120 hours of work on it.
120 hours of work. Well, that's elaborate.
The dove and the reindeer, the running motion is created by computer chips.
Computer chips.
Yeah.
Even on houseboats and decorating for Christmas, the computer plays a big part. Gotta have it.
The halftime too probably comes closest to having the most lights on it. So
Ho,
what
ho,
we're looking
ho.
at now, ho ho ho.
Now I remember that from last year, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Okay,
Mark
good.
Keaton, 60-foot Somerset at Dr. Park Marina. They have over 10,000 lights on that boat.
Good heavens. I bet it's a constant thing, though, keeping them all working.
Yeah, because one of them goes out, the whole strand goes out.
Yeah. Oh, the whole strand goes out. Ooh.
Miss Miracle of 69 is the next boat we have here with the animation figures on it. It's a 55-foot Lazy Days at Park Marina, captained by Larry Llewellyn. First mate's Peggy. They figure they have over 200 lights. all of the decorations on the side of the boat are not just lighted, but they're also hand painted decorations.
Exactly. Very nice. Very nice. Now, Narvel, you are raising money for a particular cause this year with your boats, with this parade?
Yes, we're our charity this year is the New Horizon Boys Home in North Georgia. It's an alternative to prison for young men who first-time offenders. And we are proud to say we've raised in the neighborhood of $1,200 to $1,500. The next boat there you see is the Mountaineer. It's kind of blue in color. It's kind of hard to see against the night light there.
That is very hard to see.
It's captained by Roy Hughes. First mate is June. It's a 70-foot Somerset from Miami, Florida. Roy says he's been in all the parades, and he wants to say goodbye to the parade this year. He's retiring and moving the boat to the river. So this will be Roy's last
Swan song.
last cruise down Lake Allatoona.
Well, good luck, Roy.
This next boat that should be coming in right now is the old pro, Norman Penfield, who's a captain.
Candy canes on the side.
Wife is Linda. I've got to take the opportunity to say if it wasn't for Norman Penfield, this parade wouldn't happen each year. He is the chairman of the parade committee. He puts this together every year. He gets the permits. He ascertains and gets the insurance requirements and all this stuff, and he really works hard
A
on
lot
it.
of red tape and a lot of details.
Oh,
right?
it gets harder and harder
Oh,
every
I'm
year.
sure it does.
Everybody has their requirements.
That's beautiful.
He has over 6,000 lights and 80 hours. And it's a sweet
Do you keep
candy
up,
Christmas.
Does
aboard the
everyone
old
keep
boat.
up with their hours? I mean, is that part of the requirement? You tell how many hours you put
Well,
in it? How
what
many-
we did this year is we're doing a simulcast of the parade on radio station in Cartersville this year. And we wanted to be able to provide information to the people on the banks as we're doing here on the TV cast this year. So by doing that, we had to provide them information. So last night at the banquet, we had everybody fill out these forms that ask all these questions. So I'm sure a lot of them are guesses, but
Well, but it gives you an idea of the time and effort and how elaborate these boats are, and really what a real endeavor it is. My goodness. Now this is a pretty one. This is new.
this is Eagle One. It's captained by Tom Hutto. First mate is Suzanne, excuse me. It's a 60-foot Somerset. Home port is Allatoona Landing Marina.
Look, they're all in costume on top.
They have a choir on top
My
with
goodness.
300 watt amplification out there.
I wish we could hear them sing. Little wind. Very pretty.
The next one there that is coming up is Santa Ski Trip. It's a Blue Dolphin. It's captained by Alan McClary and Carol. This is the boat that had to go from worst to last, or worst to first, excuse me. They went aground 2 years ago and then took first place last year.
That's the one that went aground. We were there, and we all worried so
Yeah.
about them, but they did fine, didn't they?
But they're having a great time this year, and looks like everybody's on board. Santa's up there on the top of the hill, and
I
he
can
goes
see.
skating down the...
After this parade is over now, do these people, y'all get together afterwards sometime out here and parade around in your boats all lit up just for funsies?
Well, yeah, we have picture day on Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
Tomorrow afternoon, yeah, I can tell this because this won't air until Thursday. Tomorrow afternoon we'll have picture day. On Sunday afternoon we'll have picture day, and all the boats will come up here to park, and we'll kind of just at dark.
I was wondering, now, how can you do that where it'll show up? You can't really appreciate it in the daytime.
We've gotten to where we kind of know exactly what it takes to make it work, and just do it just at dusk, and that is able to provide you with enough light to where you can see it. This next boat is a first-timer. It's a Miss T4. It's captained by Jerry Molyneux. Jerry has co-first mates, Sandy and his daughter Tracy. It's a 34-foot Sea Ray. Their home port is at Allatoona Landing.
Take you very long to decorate your boat?
No, we're just starting out. We'll have more each year as we go. Not a whole lot this year to start with, though.
Okay, and how did you decide to get in the parade?
Well, we've been in the 2 Days Pleasure Yacht Club here for some years. And this, like I say, we just got this boat this year. So we have a generator now, and we're capable of lighting it up.
We look forward to seeing you in the parade for many years to come. Thank you.
Thank you.
If anybody came down to Allatoona Landing this year and rented a Club Nautico boat, Tracy was the captain there. She was the one that handled our boat rentals for us. They have now they have 863 lights on there, so they must have counted them. The entire family participated on the boat, and they feel this is the first year that they've been in the parade, and it won't be the last. They classify this as their practice run, so look out for 92. The next boat we'll be seeing as Frosty down there. It's a rowboat 2. It's captained by Ken Rowe. First mate is Mary. It's a 41-foot Sea Ray. It's moored at Allatoona Landing. Mm-hmm. They have over 800 lights. This is their grandbaby's second parade. Jordan's on board tonight. And this is Frosty's second trip down the lake.
The last couple hours, he and all of our friends got together and put it up. It's somewhat like a mast on a sailboat, and we're just praying for calm winds tonight.
How many lights are involved in putting this together?
Oh, you talking about the ones that are burning or not burning? All total, light bulbs probably 1,000, burning 500.
Is it fun to do this though?
It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun, just the
camaraderie and friendship.
Now, what was your part in this?
I was the guy in case it fell to. I was supposed to yell duck, so that was my job.
Extension cord.
And the extension cord.
Yeah.
Right.
It's exciting.
It's sort of the kickoff of the Christmas season for us. I mean, it's, we stay at the lake pretty much year-round on the weekends, and it's just one more season, and the Christmas parade is the kickoff of the Christmas season at the lake.
Yes, it's for the children, the kids. We enjoy it, but it's seeing the children that enjoy it so much. That's what makes it special for me, anyway. I think is our children and their children, and that's what makes it great.
Brings us back to being kids.
Yeah, it does.
He's been in the same storage building with the Angels
Yeah.
during the winter.
Yeah, okay. Now, I can remember coming up what we have seen in the past before, and this is one of the old pros with the railroad.
This is the Allatoona Choo Choo, Santa's Express. It's making its 3rd annual trip down the lake. This year's destination is the Winter Wonderland, and everybody's aboard for a happy holiday season. They're having a good time. It's we've talked about things being added each year. You'll notice the smoke this year coming out of the chimney. That's addition.
That is fantastic.
The rear wheels are 8.5 inches larger.
The way the conception the way they have to draw this off to make it look so real.
Scudder's Rudder 2 is the train, and it is captained by Dennis Scudder. Dennis is the president of the Allatoona Lake Association. His wife is Ann. She's definitely the first mate. They have a real good time on the lake. They're year-round boaters. It's a 38-foot bayliner, and it's docked at Allatoona Landing Marina. Dennis figures there's over 4,000 lights on the boat, and he has over 300 hours in decorating each year.
Did you add any more this year than you had last year?
Yeah, what I did was I changed the wheels so they were more defined, and then if I have time tonight, I'm going to actually make the train have smoke, so that remains to be seen.
Okay, we're about an hour or so away from the start time, and tell us what else you have left to do besides the smoke.
Basically, make sure all my lights still work as I go to pull out the dock, and then just put the smoke up. And hopefully that'll be it. And if I had another 3 weeks, I'd be ready.
How long have you been working on this?
Started this year on the 26th of October, working on it at home, trying to make sure everything was ready, and brought it down to the boat Monday. And we've been here every night this week trying to get it all ready. And I'm still running late.
So you build like the frame at home and then bring it over instead of building it onto the boat?
Well, last year we built it onto the boat, and then when we took it apart, we tried marking all the pieces and brought it back. We spent 300 man-hours last year putting it all together. This year, about 100.
How many people help you?
Well, this year myself and Brian Gurley, a friend of mine, been real helpful on it. He's actually been the one that says, you know, I think it goes this way. And so he's been able to help piece it back together for me. But last year, Brian and I did the majority of it, and everybody on the dock pitched in and helped me last year in trying to get it done before we went out for the parade.
Now, even with all the work involved, you've come out, you know, another year and have done this again. Why do you do this?
Well, this is, I've been in each one of the parades. Started out just as kind of a pickup thing and did it, and I've gotten more elaborate each year, and I do it for the fun of it. I absolutely enjoy getting ready for it, except for the last half hour, then I'm a nervous wreck. But up until then, it's fun. It's a lot of work, but I figure it puts on a good show, and it's for a worthy cause, so why not?
I see more and more creativity every year. It's amazing.
Well, each time I see Larry Sarge, one of the Rangers for the Corps of Engineers, he asked me if I have found my boat. Last year I had a problem trying to find my float coming down the lake from my guys, and this year I didn't have to worry about them. They're here. This is the guys,
Okay.
guys and girls. Frosty skating party.
Oh, that's great.
Frosty is
That's great.
about 12 and a half feet tall. He turns, he dances, he swivels. There's fireplaces on each side of the boat. It's over 55 foot long.
Somebody thought long and hard about all that.
And this year it's powered by 125 horsepower Evinrude, so we didn't have to wait for it to come down the lake.
Been a lot of paper mache, a lot of lights, a lot of mechanics, just a lot of work in general. It's been fun though.
Is this your first year to do
No,
this?
this is our second year. We had one last year. It was a carousel. So we're basing this, we had the carousel. This year we're basically a carousel again, only we got the dancing snowman. Actually, it's an ice skating snowman with a lady figure. And if the wind don't get us, it'll do all right, I hope.
So what's left to do before the actual start time of the parade?
About 4 hours of work. We got an hour. Just getting all the lights wired up and the sound system on it. The sound system's the biggest. It's sound system is, you've got to get over all the engines that power this thing. There's 4 engines on this plus a boat. You've got to have a sound system that'll go over top of all that and drown it out and it still be clear. And so we get that bug worked out, we're okay.
Very nice.
We have one more member of the commercial class that didn't make it all the way to the bridge. See them there. I don't know if they're going to come to the dam or not.
It looked like
But
they're going rather slow.
We'll tell everybody about Skatey's Frosty skating party there just a second as it goes off in the distance. It's captained by Kenneth Day. First mate is Bill Himes. It's a 30-foot barge powered by a 21-foot Club Nautico 200 Horizon. It's got 2008 lights on it. They counted each one, they tell me. Over 120 hours of labor on this boat. The crew of Allatoona Landing has spent a lot of time on this, and they've brings the group together, and they really have a good time doing it.
I bet they do. It's a real family affair, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
A real family affair. You think of boating being such a summertime, warm weather type of sport and endeavor, but people really get out here and have a big time at Christmas time.
Oh, yes.
No matter how cold it is.
This is true. The last participant is the Winter Wonderland. It's captained by David Barrett. First mate is Tommy Shelton. It's classified 104 feet long. It has a 70-foot Somerset houseboat pushing a 34-foot barge. I don't know how well you can tell from here what on camera it's looking like, but it's got a pond on the front of
Yeah, I
it
can
and
see
some
him
skaters
skating,
and
yeah.
nice gingerbread house and some lit trees around
A
it.
lot of detail.
Yep. They have over 1,400 lights and 180 hours of labor. And here again, it was put together by the marina employees at Park Marina, Harbortown Marina, and Victoria Landing Marina.
Well, very good, Norval. You know, it went together without a hitch. I know it took a lot of man hours and a lot of work beforehand, but you've done a great job once again.
They got this far now. If they get to the turn and get back to the judges, and as I look across the judges, I believe the first boat's coming through the judges' booth now.
So they're just getting down to the
Everybody can-
real serious part. But
Right.
they've had all that time to get ready and warm up before they
That's
got
right.
there. Well, a little bit about the the Allatoona Lake Association, Norval, before we sign out for tonight. A very good active group, growing in numbers.
Yeah, we presently have around 300 members. We're actively working with the Tri-State Water Affairs Council, Governor Zell Miller's Tri-State Water Affairs Council. We're also working on the water monitoring study of Lake Allatoona. This is to determine the problems in non-point discharge areas on the lake. Water the farms, the poultry plants, this kind of stuff doing to the lake. Not so much what the landfills are doing.
Well, you feeling good about the future?
Yeah, I think Lake Allatoona is becoming a real popular place to come. There's not a parade this year at Lake Lanier, so that's one thing we're, better than they are. I've got a real competition with Lake Lanier, but
You do? I can understand.
we got a couple marinas over there we operate also, but
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun. Lake Allatoona is an asset that people in Cartersville, a lot of people in Cartersville don't realize they have, and they really should come out and take advantage of it and use this natural wonder.
Okay, well, thank you once again, Norval, for a great show, and best of luck to you in the coming year. And like I say, this is becoming quite a tradition. So our hats off to you for all your hard work, and may the best man boat win.
There you go. And we look
Okay.
forward to seeing you next year. And you have a
Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Same to you, Norval.
Thank you.